25% of FCT votes. President Tinubu's camp fires Labour Party over ridiculous stance. Tope Faswa, the 2019 presidential candidate of the Abundant Nigeria Renewal Party, has chided the Labour Party. Labour Party and supporters of the presidential candidate of the party, Peter Obi, have consistently argued that Bola Tinubu's declaration as president shouldn't have stood because he didn't win 25% of votes cast in Abuja. Speaking with Legit NG in an interview, Faswa, who was on the campaign trail of Tinubu, said that stance is utterly ridiculous. FCT Abuja, as the debate over the significance of achieving 25% in the Federal Capital Territory rages, the Bola Tinubu camp has said it is unperturbed because it has work to do. Tekwe Faswa was on a campaign trail of Tinubu during the last election. And its proponents seeking to nullify President Tinubu's election on the grounds that he did not secure 25% of the lawful votes cast in the FCT. Well, he just was declared the winner by INEC, and for a lot of polling units, their votes were not recorded or uploaded. So for Nigerians, it's not even, or for Labour Party, because I feel like they're trying to label it as a Labour Party thing, but you forget that the PDP is also in court. Like, come on. More than just people defending their parties and, showing and representing the issues or their, or their interest. The fact remains that some polling units did not have their records and their, results uploaded. So from nowhere, when things had not been concluded, things didn't make sense, how do you declare a winner? It's just following logic. But then, in court, when you look at the Electoral Act, and this is why I basically say those that are writing the law, they are basically not in your best interest. They don't in your best interest, because INEC and the Electoral Act itself, which is basically the authority, the legal authority for any case here, the main one at least, it actually allows and takes into account errors. It calls them non-compliance in the actual act. So the act itself basically allows and gives room for errors. You can say non-compliance, which is vague in itself. What is non-compliance? But the point is, as long as the non-compliance does not drastically or to a large extent affect the outcome of the election, it will be dismissed. So, at the end of the day, argue whatever, but yes, but on the grounds of the 25%, I'm just giving the legal case argument that's happening in the courts. We don't know what they're going to say, but when it comes to the issue of non-compliance, right? If it doesn't drastically affect the outcome, or if it did not drastically affect the outcome of the election, then there's no issue. So how do you fight that? How do you actually fight that? It doesn't make sense. From economist to a lawyer just to defend a tribesman, from Abuja, 25% is not needed to trash Labour Party against. Again, I don't know how educated a typical Yoruba man would be before he shakes off tribalism in his opinion. Tinubu is coasting away difference with Peter Obi with 2.6 million votes and 25% in 29 states. But it's meant... Wait. But the 25% also has to be in the FCT. I think it's 24 out of 36 states, as in 25% in all the states. But I'm honestly not even sure at this point. These obedience are ignorant of constitution. Is it only Abuja people that will determine the presence of Nigeria? But that's the thing. The FCT has to be included in the 24 states that you get over 25%. And the FCT, you're not on that. Like, the FCT is a requirement. Fashra is as much good economist and politician as he is a clown. There are two sides to the argument about 25% in Abuja. Some say yes, the winner must cost 25%, while others say no. He doesn't have to. When people engage in logical arguments, they forget that our court logic usually runs against the tide of popular reasoning. Take the case of Lawan's illegal and immoral double nomination, for example. With no particular reference to the alleged failure of Tinubu to score 25% in the FCT, the matter has been ruled upon in the highest court of the land before in favour of 25%. If the courts are going to reverse their earlier position, they risk being perceived to be by observers to be kangarooish unless or until they take the reverse position in the expected verdict. Fashra cannot impress any serious observer with his own logic and personal position of 25% in the FCT. Interesting. Well, put what you think about it in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.